Well, we are now less than 3 months from Election Day. A proposed plan from the Secretary of State calls for polling locations to be open, which means someone will have to work there. LEX 18 political reporter Carolina Buchek reports.
The draft of Kentucky's election plans is now in the hands of Governor Andy Beshear. And while he and Secretary of State Michael Adams negotiate a deal, the state is busy recruiting volunteers.
If you want to have in-person voting, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or anything else, we can't have it if we don't have poll workers.
If Adams' current election proposal was set in stone, there would be a big focus on early in-person voting and in-person voting on Election Day. And the only way to make that happen is to have plenty of poll workers. But Kentucky's typical poll workers tend to be older, which is not great during a pandemic.
Our average poll worker is 65 years old. That's not ideal ever, but it's really bad right now when those people are in the heart of the group that are most at risk from the virus.
So the state is hoping to get younger people involved. Kentucky launched a new portal where people can easily sign up to volunteer on Election Day. And the Secretary of State says we'll need around 15,000 people to carry out the election plan that's currently in the draft.
I have had 4 counties say they've already got enough volunteers. Those tend to be smaller counties, though. It's going to be harder to find thousands of volunteers for a big county, but we're working on it.
So what would happen if Kentucky couldn't get enough volunteers? Well, Adams says it would not be a good situation.
Either what happened in Wisconsin, where they opened the site for voting and then they closed it immediately and the voters are disenfranchised, which we didn't have happen here. Or what we had here, which is we just don't open it in the first place.
And the state is trying to avoid only having one voting location in the big cities, like what happened in June. In Frankfort, Carolina Buchek, Evening Edition.